woman can cheat on a man, take his house, take his cars, take his children, and then dictate to that man when and where he can see or cannot see his children. Is that a fair system?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. If she did the cheating, she has no room to say nothing. And if she did the cheating and she left, she chose to cheat and she chose to leave. So why would you're not going to get a prize for losing, essentially. And it's like, you can't dictate what someone does when you chose.
But they do get rewarded, don't they?
They do, unfortunately.
Seems like a super fair system. Just so fair.
So fair. Ladies, is that a fair system? Agnes?
It was a very personal kind of thing, you know? It's like, again, like, it's a materialistic thing. So when we're looking from this perspective, what do we have even in life, you know? It's nothing ours, and we not really own anything, you know? In this situation, I don't know what happened between them two. Like, she cheated. Clearly, maybe man was like super awesome man, and he was like super awesome man. Then it's sad for the man that it happened to him, you know? But then again, like, you know, everybody kind of plays some certain part. Even that cheating happened. Why did it happen? Why it forced her or didn't force her, or whatever, what that man didn't give, whatever she wanted, actually. He had the house, he had money, he had everything. Did he invest time in her? Did he actually care enough, you know? But then again, that's a different matter, and it's a personal, you know?
But regardless of what happened, do you think he deserves to...
I don't think anybody deserves to be out-cheated, out-treated, or outdone any kind of way, you know? So no, I don't think so.
What do you think?
She just wanted the house, she wanted the kids, she wanted everything for herself. She didn't want any man anymore.
Basically. It's like a cheat code.
That's crazy, yeah. It's crazy.
But that's the system we currently live under. Whereas a woman can actually do all of that and still be rewarded for it.
So you're talking about that this was like like they went to court or something? Or...
Yeah, gone to court, you know, she can take his finances, she can take his children, she can take his house.
Wait, hold on, pause. I'm pretty sure if she cheats, she ain't entitled to nothing. Because the fact that she cheats, like that, she's lost out on everything.
No, right now in the UK, there's something called no-fault divorce. Have you ever heard of no-fault divorce? So a no-fault divorce means somebody can, they can apply or apply for a divorce, and it can be quote-unquote no one's fault.
Wow.
Historically, women have always had the upper hand in being awarded child custody. Statistics show that women win child custody rights staggeringly 90% of the time.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can cheat and then do no-fault divorce and say it's no one's fault. And you can just apply for a divorce and it can be no one's fault and you can still get all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm thinking in my head, yeah?
Prenup.
No, not even that. forget that. You know, if you look at it the other way around, like, if you was in a marriage, yeah, and you got divorced, and the court gave you the kids, the house, the car, the alimony, would you even like want to take it or like?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, she violated me and you're leaving our situation. And the fact that I'm not the type of person to go to court. So if we go to court, it was because of her. So if I won, of course, yeah, I'm going to take all of that.
No, so you're saying the woman's right to take it then?
No, she ain't right.
No,
she's the one that did the cheating. You can't leave. If I done the cheating, then do you know what? By all means, I messed up.
It doesn't matter who cheated.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who cheated.
How you mean?
Because if the man cheated and she leaves, she could leave. If she cheated, she could leave. Like, it doesn't matter.
Nah, but in seeing a marriage, it's not even just that same. The fact that one cheats and then the other one leaves, you're breaking up the home. So regardless.
Yeah, but if you're breaking up the home, should you be the one that's getting everything?
No.
In all fairness, no. I don't believe so.
Yeah.
But what if it's like a weird situation if the man cheats, but he has everything.
Mm-hmm.
is he supposed to give everything to the woman because he cheats and he decides to leave?
And that's another
When that's
thing.
all.
Yeah, because that's his.
His.
Well, a lot of the time, even when the man cheats, he still gets a lot of his stuff taken away anyway. So, like, he gets.
Well, and what they don't talk about is that 1 in 4 marriages are sexless. So it's like if you're 1 in 4. So if you're starving your man of sex and he goes and gets it elsewhere, that's your own damn fault. I swear to God, I don't feel bad for you if you get cheated on.
Nah, that's an agenda.
If you're not sleeping with your husband
Yeah,
and
you're
he
forcing
cheats
it.
on you, like that is your own goddamn fault. I swear to God. And some other girl says, you know what, I'm gonna do what she's not. Yeah.
No, but what's the what's the like price, like in terms of like the types of people that are getting married? So like, in terms of the monies that they make, like, is it more
Generally, you mean?
Yeah, like statistically, like, would it be more?
I think rich people get married
Right.
more.
Yeah.
So it's rich people, right? So if we're talking about rich people getting
Because you have to
married,
be able
It's
to
a status.
afford a wedding.
exactly.
Yeah.
Boom. So if the girl should be working anyway, she's independent. So assuming she's independent, right? We live in an equal society right now. She should be working as well.
Do
So
we?
if
Do we live in an equal society?
assuming we live in an equal society, you get me?
Yeah.
Like inverted commas, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying the way that it's structured right now, she's supposed to be working.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's working and she leaves, how are you going to be able to say the same thing that you were saying back in the day before? Like, because you're going to say, so her excuse for taking the kids before was, oh, he's working all the time, he's not going to have time to look after the kids. But she's working now, so she has to work double time now.
Just to be able to make it. But
Well,
then
when it comes to the, go on, pal.
I looked up the reasons that women and men file for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And one, and this is, and there's some articles that are, it's kind of like, I'm not sure, like some of them kind of switch, but one is the couple stopped loving, this is for women, the couple stopped loving each other. Does that sound more like women or men?
It sounds like women.
Being bad with money.
Yes,
so money is financial is second.
Yeah.
The other party having personal problems, lack of love and affection. For men, the top 4 is infidelity, lack of appreciation, lack of affection, and lack of commitment. That's what it says.
And we already know that in the UK, 64% of divorces are initiated by women. In the US, it's 64%. In the US, it's 70 to even 90% if you're college educated.
90%.
No, but I'm saying that's bringing back to my point. So I'm saying they're incentivized to do it.
Yeah.
So can you really blame someone for being sensitive? Like if you told me just marry this girl and in a year's time you could just divorce her and take everything she's earned, take all her things, and then the system's done for you to do that, I would go and do it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think like, if you told me there's £1 million inside of the truck, I'm gonna go get it. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're giving me a reason.
I mean, I blame you if you care more about finances than your children. If you want to put your kid at every statistical disadvantage you could ever put a kid at just for a bag, man or woman, I judge you for that.
No, but
that's selfish.
No, you're missing the point. These single mothers are not single.
What do you mean?
They got man, bro. They have this.
I was going to say that. You see, when women initiate divorces, do you think they're initiating divorces to be alone?
No,
or they're initiating divorces or they got a backup, man?
See, one thing about girl, they always have a backup. So if she's in a whole marriage, you're leaving to go to where? You already had your pillar. You're not the type of person that obviously can support without a pillar. So where's your next pillar coming? Even if it comes every now and then, you need that pillar, which means you had someone on the side, your backup plan.
And what tends to happen as well is those side men don't really want to wife you like how your husband was wifing you. So now, like after the little fling happened, and you get bored now, and like it's not going as how it should be. You're now thinking in your head, "Raw, I'm alone now." So that's the single mom.
Next
like,
pillar.
Yeah. You made some incorrect decisions.
You know what's interesting? Men are more likely to say that they want to get married again than women. Why do you think that is?
I think that's because men want a legacy. They want a legacy to show. I think men, I can speak from my own personal experience, there's a pride in men when people say, "Oh, have you got a partner? Yeah, this is my wife, this is my children. Look what I done. Look at my legacy. Look at my kingdom." There's that pride in men more so, I think, than there is in the modern day women nowadays. That's what I think.
Also, there's a lot of simps. I'm just saying. There's a lot of guys like that's their way to lock down a girl. Do you get it?
To offer marriage.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's like that's the only way I could keep her, to lock her down. I'll have to marry her.
Would you get married?
But that's
Yeah.
religiously.
He said he's gonna have multiple wives. He's gonna have a gang of them.
That's you get me? That's religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be in heaven with my wives, isn't it? Like,
Wives.
So
I forgot about that.
so given the current system that I said, like you would get married under this marriage system, knowing that you could lose everything.
I wouldn't lose everything.
I said knowing that you could lose everything.
I couldn't lose everything.
Every man could.
No, it's impossible.
Really? Why?
Because I'll have more than one.
That one, the other one, make sure that one stays in check for the next one.
No, but imagine both of them divorce you and take your money.
Okay.
Then there will be another line up. With, you know what I'm saying? We make money over SR, you get me? So you take half and then and let's see what you do with the half. Have you ever heard stories about what people, when they got the lottery, do with the money? Bro, you give some of these girls £1 million and they'll go broke in a year, man. Come on, bro. Let's get real now.
Yeah, but that's easy to say now when you're young. I mean, imagine you get divorced at 60. A lot of guys commit suicide after divorce because they have to start over and they have no energy to do it.
There was an
Men
actor.
are 5 times more likely after a divorce to commit suicide than women are.
There was an actor, R.I.P. Red Ranger. He was a Power Ranger, and
It was a Green Ranger, wasn't it?
Green
he
Ranger,
was
yeah.
originally the Red Ranger, and
He
like the
was,
OG.
and then he got to the. And you're right. I used to watch that.
No, he was originally.
You right. You right.
Was he originally the Green Ranger?
And then he came in as a White Ranger. Then he became the Red
Ranger.
Ranger. And then for Wild Force, he was also the Red Ranger. And then for
Right.
the Dino Thunder, he was Black Ranger.
Okay, no, you know
All right, Naruto.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I love.
All right, One Piece.
So he recently he either got divorced or his wife was going to leave him. No, I think he did get divorced and then he ended up committing
Killing himself,
suicide.
Deleting
Yeah.
himself.
Oh wait, that's why, because
Yeah.
his wife cheated.
I don't know if his
Well, it
wife
was a
cheated,
divorce.
but divorced him.
Like divorce really affects men, you know. I think people kind of downplay, don't really understand how divorce really does affect men. Like men take breakups like way worse than women do, I believe. I know men that are in mental institutions because of a breakup.
Yeah, but where did they get married though?
What do you mean? Where?
Because depends where and when you got married. Depend like, hey, people not in the know, you know.
Where? What does it mean?
On
Where you
Earth?
got me?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, I mean,
In space.
well, okay. Let's for the people. I forget some people don't know, and this is not for the 1% that don't understand nothing or take things out of context. Yeah, just get off the internet. Listen, so in England, polygamy is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to have multiple wives in England is illegal. But please believe there's men in England with multiple wives.
Oh, there's men everywhere with multiple wives.
Sometimes they just don't even know about each other.
Yeah. You can have one in Birmingham, one in Whitechapel.
Oh, yeah, shit, I'm away on business.
Can I ask the ladies here, would you get married? Or are you married?
I was married, yes. Separated for the last 2 years, nearly 3. Went nicely. We went ways. Yeah, amazing man, amazing, awesome guy.
Did you initiate the divorce?
I did, yes, because I fall in love with somebody else, and I knew there's nothing that we can work on anymore, and there's my part is somebody
Wait a
else.
minute. So hang on, so you had an amazing man,
Yeah,
and what you had an affair,
no,
but you found someone else.
I didn't found it, just happened, you know.
Nothing just happens, man.
Well, there you go. Everything happens for the reason,
Wait,
so
where-
that must be a reason, you know.
Where was he? So, like, how did you meet the other guy?
So we moved in Canada, and that was like I think after 6 months later.
Well, no, I'm saying like you had to meet him somehow, like at work.
Yeah.
You met another guy at work,
Yeah,
and then you fell in love with the other guy,
yeah,
but you didn't cheat. You're saying it was like
Yeah.
an emotional thing,
Yeah.
And then you realized you're in love with him,
yeah.
And are you still with the other guy?
No.
Golly.
So how long were you with the second guy?
For 2 years.
2 years. Looking back, was it worth it?
Of course, because it's a journey. Either we have to learn from our own lessons and our own mistakes, you know. So even like getting married, I love the man, you know, and I always gonna love him because he's
Did you have
my
children
soulmate.
with your husband?
No, I didn't. No.
That sounds toxic, boy.
So
Which part? Which part?
What do you mean? I just explained that like 5 minutes ago. That similar scenario.
But like that's your life approach, you know. That's how you live your life. So everybody, like we all unique, we all different.
do you think
so
that
we-
was do you think that was selfish after you made vows? Like you made vows that you're going to be with this guy for the rest of your life, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was selfish what you done?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No, do you think it was a mistake?
No.
You lot put it in
nothing
different ways.
mistake.
It's the same answer,
are you-
guys.
so if you're single now,
Yes.
so if you stayed single the rest of your life, would it be a mistake then?
Probably not, because I'm quite happy with myself.
So you feel contempt with how everything's gone on so far?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Man.
If I'm speaking from like my perspective, if I was in your position, I'd be like, dang, I should have just stayed with my husband.
Right.
I would be, I don't know, because I want to get married. I want to like have a family, have kids, and just be able to like do the things that I've done with my family, do it with my kids and my husband. And so if I was in that position and like nothing after the divorce worked out and I was like, I left my husband for this. I'm not saying this to like make you feel bad anyway. I'm just saying it from my perspective. If I was it, I'd be distraught.
I'd be running. Please.
I'd be
can
like,
you-
please, please, I'm sorry.
If you don't mind me asking, how did he deal with the divorce? When you came to him and you said, I want a divorce, I found somebody else, how did he deal with that?
He was super supportive. Super supportive.
Yeah,
He's like,
Nash on the
man,
side,
he's
man.
like, it's so pity. Because he's like, even before we got married, he's like, I had this feeling that are we even like meant to be together. And he said, even back then, I already thought about divorce, you know. And then he's like, I never said anything, so I thought we're gonna work through it. And then at the end of the day, it still came to that day that now you actually want to get divorced. So he's like, it's kind of mutual feeling, but at the same time, it's like so sad that, you know, we're planning so many different things and we're so good together, you know.
Do you still friends or?
Well, we're kind of friends, but we don't talk anymore, no, at all.
Do you think
So-
love is a feeling or a choice?
I think it's a feeling for sure. It's energy, and there's always always energy surrounding.
So then would you want to get married again?
I do,
Okay.
I do, and I do believe that like we all have like our proper
So
person to each
Can-
other.
so
you know?
Wait.
how long do you want to be married?
For the next one.
Wait. How long do you want to be married?
How long?
Yeah, so if you got married again, how long do you
Again, like it's not even about the marriage. I just want to have that person, you know, to spend like the eternity with. You know, it's not
But-
even a lifetime
so-
anymore. You know,
yeah, so
after
I-
so many experiences.
I just want to explain how men like hear what you're saying. So when men hear this, and I think as a woman, like we understand what you're saying a little better, but when men hear this, it's like a red flag because that means you're going to go if you're just not feeling it.
It is multiple red flags. As a man, listening to your story,
yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking, you ain't just gonna marry me and just be like, oh well, I felt this way and I'm gonna leave and there's no way. If I heard that story as a man, I'm like, I ain't getting married to you.
For the streets.
But exactly, and that's the point in life that I never go to anybody or everybody. Even if I go to somebody that's always thought about it, it's always has to be like something. So in my life, there's in general, there's like, you know.
Listen, I'm not saying you should be with someone that you don't want to be with, but like, I want to know, how do you love someone without first liking them?
So did you fall out of like with him? You just didn't like him anymore?
No. Because you left my man for the other guy. So I'm saying, how do you love my other guy without liking him first?
So of course you like the person.
What?
Wait.
Like I don't really get it.
Okay, so the guy at work, did you like him first before you loved him?
I think so.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
wasn't there like a point in that time when... This is what pisses me off, bro.
So what he's asking is that, was there a point where it came like you liked him? What was the point where you started to like
Have feelings for him.
fall in